Welcome back, you all. I am back and stoked to be here. So today we are going to make some larb. This is one of my favorite dishes to make. If you want to jump into the recipe, you can go ahead down there in the chapters, click on that, jump straight to the recipe. For everyone else, I'm going to go over some modifications, some different variations that you can use at home. I'm using ground beef for my larb today. Traditionally, they use a ground pork. You can use basically any type of ground meat. You can make it your own. We're more so just focusing on creating this delicious flavor profile, which is an umami of all types of things here. We have fish sauce, so this gives more of a saltiness to it. I like to look for something that's a little less fishy, so this sauce right here has been one of my favorites right here, this brand, if you could find this. Usually like a H Mart or a Jumbo here in Chicago has this particular fish sauce, so you could check that out. If you don't feel like using fish sauce, you can use soy sauce or you could use salt. Of course, this is not going to be as traditional, but I don't do things really the traditional way. I just kind of do it my own way, make a flavor profile that I enjoy, because I'm eating it, right? Not anybody else. Now, always remember that you're eating the food, not anyone else. And obviously if you're feeding it to other people, then make sure everyone enjoys it. Second, we use palm sugar here. So they use this in Thailand a lot, in a lot of their cuisine. Palm sugar, I ordered this from Amazon. You could get that pretty much any type of palm sugar. I like this one. This one's kind of a wet palm sugar. It's like a paste. If you don't have palm sugar, you can use regular sugar, cane sugar, you can use honey. There's all types of things that you can use to sweeten up the dish. You're looking for that umami. You're looking for sweet, salt, sour, a little bit of tanginess. So that's what you're trying to create into the pan. For the sour, we have a lime. Lime is very important. This kind of evens everything out. This is the citrus that we add to this dish at the end for the sauce. So you got to have lime. For our aromatics, we use shallot, we use some garlic, we also use some onion. So if you don't have shallot, you can just use garlic and onion. It's okay if you don't have it, right? We add herbs to this. This is a fresh dish, very fresh, gives you a bunch of different notes. So we add a lot of mint. Mint can be expensive at the store. You can also grow mint and it grows out of control. It's very invasive. So I would suggest that you make a little pot, grow your mint in that pot. That stuff will be around forever and you'll have so much of it. Same with basil. We use basil in this as well. I don't have basil today, so I'm not gonna add it. That goes for you as well. If you don't have basil, don't add it, don't worry about it. Don't have mint, don't add it, don't worry about it. Add whatever you have, make sure it tastes good, make sure it smacks, and you're stoked. Next thing we have, I already used this, but we have cilantro. Cilantro is just another herb, adds more complexity, more flavor to the dish. Last but not least, your protein. I'm using ground beef for my protein. You can use ground pork, ground turkey, ground chicken. I mean, the list goes on and on. You could probably even use tofu or vegetables. As long as you create that flavor profile, it's gonna be great. One more thing to add the tanginess to this, I add some tamarind paste. So this just gives that tang. So I add a little bit of this to the dish to add a little tanginess to it. This completes the umami. And of course, if you don't have this, don't worry about it. The lime, the citrus in the lime will pretty much take care of that. Of course, this is gonna add a better flavor profile if you have this, but if you don't have this, it's still gonna taste great with just lime. Next, I like to add some Thai chili peppers. These are pretty spicy, so I like to add a few of these in there. You can also add dry Thai chili flakes. These are a lot spicier than the normal chili flakes you add on pizza. But they're absolutely amazing. Just, obviously test it before you dump too much on there because they're very spicy. Last but not least, I like to add some toasted rice powder. How do we make this? Basically, you toast some rice until it's toasted and kind of brown looking but not burnt. Then you grind it down in a mortar and pestle or a food processor, and then you sprinkle that on the larb after you're done. What this does is it helps soak up some of that delicious sauce that we make, and it also gives a note of toastiness to the dish and also a little bit of texture, a little bit of crunch. So that's it. Let's get cooking. First, we want to gather our ingredients. We have chopped shallot, Thai pepper, garlic, red onion. We have some green onion, lime, cilantro. We also have some mint, ground beef. We have our fish sauce right here, tamarind paste, and palm sugar, along with some toasted rice powder. Add a little oil to your pan, medium-high heat. Grab half of your onions and shallot, all of your garlic. Thai chili peppers in, sauté for a few minutes. Add your ground beef. I want you to brown and break it down. Once the beef is cooked, it's going to leave a lot of liquid in the pan. I like to drain some of this, leaving some in the pan for flavor. Add about a teaspoon of tamarind paste, about a tablespoon of palm sugar, about 2 tablespoons of fish sauce, half a lime to a full lime. Turn the flame off and mix. Blend all those flavors, let them incorporate. That right there is flavor country. Add your toasted rice powder and mix. The rest of your aromatics and herbs. Let the steam wilt those herbs, let those flavors incorporate. If it's not salty enough, add more fish sauce. If it's not sweet enough, add more palm sugar. This is great with rice on the side or some fresh vegetables. You can have this at any time of the day, or you could save it for meal prep. Not a damn chance.